So it's a great pleasure and a very rare privilege again to welcome all of us to our Art of Technology 3.0. We're actually really excited. They've talked about how it started. We've done 1.0, we've done 2.0, now we're in 3.0. And it's with a theme, funding a connected Lagos. I want to thank you all for standing with us through this journey and for us being able to move Lagos into a truly powered 21st century economy. The AOT, which is the third edition, has become our own flagship technology event to showcase the ingenuity and the possibility of technology in our great state. The combination of our people with our budding economy constitute the fundamental strengths of our great country. Lagos, they say, not that they say, is actually the 5th largest economy in Africa. Just to put it in context, the economy of Lagos is bigger than the economy of Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire put together. That's the economy of Lagos alone. And so if Lagos were to be a country on its own, in economic side, it will be the 5th largest economy, in the whole of Africa. And so we see that the development to attain the start of a smart city is an opportunity that is impending on all of us to be able to actualize our dreams, with technology being a greatest enabler of that dream. Today, Lagos is a culturally diverse city that hosts the fastest number of growing startups in all sectors. Lagos and 4 other cities in Africa, that is in Ghana, Accra, Cape Town, Nairobi, and Johannesburg, constitute over 90% of the entire $6.6 billion worth of African startups ecosystem. 2 years ago, while Africa received over $1 billion of funding in 2019, Lagos alone received close to $400 million out of that fund. So most of the underlying valuation criteria were based on significant abound Lagos operating and the market environment that we found ourselves. And so this points to our ever-developing, enabling environment for each and every one of you to thrive and to do well. The growth of startups points to a more innate growth story in Lagos. Several underpin the building blocks of technology. In the past 6 months alone, over $500 million in technology investment have streamed their way in one form or the other into Lagos. And I have met a lot of them. We know that they are committed to bringing these investments forward. From private sector data center players to government investment in fiber optics and to a lot of other smart infrastructure. This investment underscores Lagos' commitment and our environmental confirmation for technology enablement in our state. We recognize the life-changing implications technology can have in our living standards and in the quality of the life of our citizens. And as part of Lagos's commitment, we have taken up an active approach, not just in technology enablement and investment, but to begin to develop a culture of science, research, development in Lagos to drive the process of the original discovery. So we're not just wanting to make our environment the enablement for investment. We want to deliberately look at, science. We want to look at research development, so that we have a proper foundation that can leverage, on all of the things we're talking about around enablement. Today, we want to share some of our ongoing initiatives that will put Lagos ahead as a more advanced technology hub in the whole of Africa. Everybody's talking about it. Our metro fiber projects, we said phase 1 of our 3,000 kilometer. We've done almost 2,500 as we speak, and they've been deployed. The project will see Lagos State ministries, it will see our departments, our agencies, it will see public schools, it will see all of them, public hospitals, it will see them connected with robust fiber optics connectivity. And upon completion, we believe the project will exponentially optimize digitalization of civic activity, and it will further faster bigger data communication, hereby improving the productive outputs of our connected stakeholders. All of you here are in that stakeholders, and we see that what we're doing is not just for ourselves, it's building that backbone, it's building that infrastructure that all other players will have something, to leverage on. With our smart city projects, we've committed to deploy over 2,000 smart cameras network across the state. That's in phase 1 of it. So it's a robust program that seeks to provide a 24-hour driven economy that will allow companies to operate in a safe, in a secure, and in a smart environment. Some of the smart city initiatives include, it will increase our emergency response, and security within the state. It will enable our first responders to better be able to coordinate incidents and criminal hotspots across the state. It will also help us monitor, what we have at our command and control center. Today, we have deployed just over 200 cameras, but we've also made procurement for the remaining 1,500. They're in production right now, and we'll expect that by February, March next year, we'll begin to, plug and play them and begin to see them in different parts of the camera. They're not just one directional camera. There are cameras that can do 360 and, take the entire imaging that they need to do, and light, visioning and all of that. So they are very, very high-end, smart cameras. Intelligent transport system. So for our transportation as well, we're supporting multimodal transportation with smart cameras infrastructure, like sensors, smart lights. They are in several intelligent transport systems across. So some of the some of the traffic lights we're installing, we're also calling them smart intelligent traffic lights. So they have sensors to know when, traffic builds up in one area or in one junction, and they can respond, to those buildups when, they'll be able to move traffic very quickly and very fast. So that's how we're developing. And we're also putting cameras, in our buses, on all of our BRT buses, where there are cameras that are being installed into them so that safety and security can be paramount, and they're all referenced back to a command and control where we can pick up those images and know what had happened, even whilst we are in our public buses. So other projects that we call SMART, is our Smart Health Information Program, which is also ongoing, Smart Energy. And so when you drive around Lagos now, you see that we're changing all of our lights from the yellow to the very smart LED white, light. If you drive on some parts now, you even can turn off your entire, don't turn it off, but you can turn off your entire headlights, and you still have very bright, illumination to be able to continue to drive, on the road. And I've experienced it a lot of the time. And that's what we want to do. We're doing that in over 10,000 kilometers of street lights in Lagos, and that had started already. For data access, what we call our open data, we have what we call a digital cabinet and our Eco 360. I think Tuboson had mentioned all of the creative things that we're doing, but it is really around ensuring that even we, as a government, we can analyze how we're doing. What are the areas that we want to respond to, and how are we as cabinet members, taking up that challenge? And like he's also said, we're developing a 360, an Eco 360 initiative. It's a platform where the people we're governing and we that are governing, we can have, a seamless interaction amongst ourselves. Eco Excel is also another smart initiative. Tuboso are taking it again. So this is a smart enabled device. It's a teaching intervention, and it's an intervention that is directed with early school education. So with the Eco Excel, right, we're looking at our primary schools first, which is usually the first port of call, right? By the time they get to secondary school, they're formed in ways. So we've taken these conversations to the primary school, and over 15,000 of our primary school teachers have these handheld, tablets. They're green in color. And what the tablet does for them is that we can, it doesn't matter what part of Lagos you are, the tablets can help all of those teachers have the same curriculum, so the same learning will be given to the pupils in school, irrespective of what part of Lagos you are. And we can monitor them even remotely, attendance, when the teachers came in, when the students, so who is not in school, who is out of school, and all of these things can be done remotely, and we can monitor. And we're beginning to see the outcomes, and we're beginning to see that the outputs and the outcomes are better, because now we now know a lot more kids are going to school and they are staying in school, than what it used to be about 2 years ago. And so our Eco Excel is something that we're truly, really proud of and is working well in our primary school. And for the secondary school, during the lockdown, we were able to give them handheld devices, radio devices and learning devices. Over 30,000 of them, over 30,000 of those devices were given out. Right now, we're with rebate. There's a company I'm trying to remember, right? They are also deploying an additional 30,000. And so these are all handheld technologies that we're giving to our secondary school. And you see, because we want them to have access to even learning while they're in schools and where they're outside, the school learning environment. We also have what we call the Enterprise EGIS system, which is an integrated land administration and automated program. Lagos State is in a late stage of providing with the public an integrated end-to-end land administration. So what we're doing with land administration is both planning approvals. We want you to have at the comfort of your offices, of your homes. You can submit your planning approval. They can look at your building, and they can give you approvals. It's still at the final stage. It's not yet out. And for land administration, issues around governor's consent, needing to apply for CFO and all of it. You want to do a search on a property. You want to look for land information on the property, with the EGIS. These are some of the deliverables that will happen. And we're working tirelessly to ensure that once we go live, you can, in the comfort of your homes, of your offices, have all of these services being handed over, to you. And we're doing this with, unmanned area cameras, area vehicles. We're doing digital mapping, and so we're doing this mapping so that we can also monitor defaulters on our planning approvals. So if we've given you a planning approval, you are meant to do 3 floors or 4 floors remotely, we actually can also monitor what we're doing, because these are images that will have precision up to 3-4 centimeters. We can truly drill down and see what you're doing, on those construction sites based on the approvals, that you have been given. We also have another initiative which we call the Yaba Technology Park. This one is really for all of you that are here. The Yaba Technology Park, which is a KITE, is a Knowledge, Innovation, Technology Enterprise Center. It will be the very first of its kind. And this will be in the heart of Yaba. If you know the journey from Yaba, if you're going to Queen's College, right, on the road, on the right and the left, we've acquired massive expanse of land. And so we're trying to build what we call a tech hub, a tech campus hub, and that whole neighborhood, right? And that hub, we're believing, will help out with students that are in Yaba Tech, will help out students that are in University of Lagos, even will help out students that are in LASU. And everybody that, we used to say that Yaba is our own silicon hub. We want to come and domesticate, that hub there. And I think Lagos State deserves a round of applause for this. And so we're doing this in collaboration with some of the big names, in the world. The Facebook called Meta today, right? Microsoft also are talking to us. A lot of them, want to be part of this KIT initiative, at Yaba. And we're believing that construction should start sometime next year. And it's supposed to be a place where, a campus where all of you can come into. It will be a place where you all can come and think, and innovate and just come and lounge, and have everything, in which you can imagine, with any kind of a campus of its status anywhere in the world. That's what we plan to have, at our Yaba Technology Park. Of course, it will have free internet. It will have opportunity for startups, ecosystem. You all can come and do all the great stuff, that you're doing. So also we have a commitment to ensure that, that project is live and is on a 23,000 square meters of land. So it's a massive, massive, massive expanse of land that has been acquired right, in the heart of Yaba in Lagos. He has also mentioned what we're doing with LASRIC. LASRIC is the Lagos State Science Research Innovation Council. The Vice Chancellor of University of Lagos is here. At least let's give him a round of applause. He's the chairman of our LASRIC board. So like Mr. Bameke also said, he's the director in Enterprise Bureau in Lagos Business School. So it's an independent board. It's an independent council that picks, innovators, that picks, tech startups, and we grant them. We give them grants. And today, another set of people, I've been told, will also be given grants today, haven't gone through, the pitch, haven't gone through a review process. I don't know them. I don't know who they are. Once they call them up, I'm sure that'll be the first time I'll be meeting some of them. So I want to thank Last Week again, for all the great works they're doing. Today, maybe they're giving over 200 million, 300 million. I don't know how much it is, but they have the pots, and they have the support of government to continue to be able to give that grant to researchers and innovators that have been pre-qualified and they believe will be doing great things. So once again, let's give it up to Last Week. There's another initiative called Startup Lagos. This initiative is a data aggregator platform that will leverage web and mobile to deliver critical insight into digital economic solutions by different startups across Lagos. Some of the key mandates will include to expose the startups ecosystem to global investors and critical stakeholders. It will provide critical data for economics development and investment inflow. It will provide support startups to funders by providing global visibility through profiling. And it will support relevant research initiatives across institutions in Lagos State. This platform is live and has onboarded hundreds of startups, hubs, and ecosystem stakeholders. These initiatives are a fraction of the projects and initiatives that Lagos State is driving. I believe that the collective intelligence of our technology ecosystem can forge a pathway for Lagos State to become one of the smartest cities on the continent. And I dare say that we're on the path to achieving that. We're on the path to realizing that as one of the smartest cities, not only in West Africa, not only in Africa, but indeed in the world. And that's the path that we want to get onto. Through our various technical initiatives, our MDAs, our private collaborators, some of you in this audience, we've been able to and are executing several transformational projects that will put Lagos in an advantageous stance. And so I want to invite all of you as a roundup to join hands with us. I want to say that everything that we're about, everything that we're doing is not for ourselves. Like I said, I'm just a tech enabler. I'm just a friendly person in the tech space. I don't have half, 1/10 of the intelligence that all of you have here. This program and this platform is for you. It's for you to take the full advantage that it presents. It's for you to be able to network and interact with yourselves. It's for you to build bridges and build that space so that indeed what you don't know, you can come to engagements like this and you can be better equipped. You can talk to your government people and you can tell them what you want them to do for you in this space. And I can assure you they will listen. And like the minister said, that's why we're in government. That's why we're here, to be able to solve those problems for you, to be able to create that enabling environment for you to thrive and to be better citizens and to be better creators and be better innovators. Enjoy AOT 3.0. Thank you very much.